Hey, Brendan, this is Curtis Calhoun with MMA News, man. Good to talk to you again.
You too, brother.
First question for you. Obviously, a lot has been made about the pre-fight buildup between yourself and Chris. Is there part of you that's almost tired about the back and forth exchanges and the trash talk and all that? And are you just ready to get it out of the way and get to Saturday?
I think you just answered your own question there. Literally, you asked me a question and answered it. So, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
I gotcha. Second question for me. A lot has been made about Chris's striking this season. I guess what have you thought about his development with his hands and his stand-up this season? And are you expecting him to try to test it out on Saturday?
Chris Wade's had 2 stoppages in 35 fights. This will be my 14th. So, that's the difference in striking, to be honest. And it's pretty weird that he's only just got these 2 stoppages now, so he's growing fond of his striking. So let's hope he keeps that energy on Saturday.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks.
Ethan.
Hey, Brendan. Ethan Albin, Tunnel Vision Sports. So I don't know if you've seen, but Chris has been saying that you block with your face. Do you have a response to his little trash talk there?
Bro, I started that. I said he blocks with his face, and then he just threw it back at me, so he can't claim that one, unfortunately.
And last question for me. I saw at the face-off that he got a little hostile with you. Can you give us anything about what that all was all about?
I mean, we had a talk back and forth. He got roasted, and then when he got up, he held it together really well for like all the time, and then boom, the real Chris Wade came out right at the end, just for all you guys to see.
Thanks, Brendan.
No problem. Thank you.
Mike Owens.
Hello, Brendan. Mike Owens here. Just like to ask first and foremost, how's fight week in the capital been for you?
You have got the most recognisable voice of all time. How you doing, Mikey, mate?
I'm very well. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, good. We're getting there.
We're getting there. I'd just like to ask, because we spoke about 2 weeks ago when you talked about your distaste, your dislike for Chris Wade. Now, we spent a bit of time with him this week. I know you did a face-to-face with him yesterday. We were on Ariel's show yesterday as well. Has your dislike grew for Chris Wade over this week?
I wouldn't say it grew. I'm just glad that everyone finally gets to see how much of a dick Chris Wade is. Like, I wasn't lying to everyone. Like, he let himself out yesterday a few times, tries to play the victim. And and all this and woe is me, but really he let himself out at the end, which was good. He really showed who he was. So that's the real Wade for everybody.
And you told me a story about, as I said a couple of weeks ago, about Chris Wade doing something and his team coming in, his coach coming in and asking, could he apologise? Could you maybe recount this story for the audience listening? No, please.
I mean, we spoke about it on the face-to-face yesterday. Chris Wade was playing stupid games. And then obviously when I seen him, I'm a fighter. I'm like, yo, bro, what do you think you're doing? And then there was about 20 witnesses. Chris Wade turned around, walked out of the room. And then sent his coach back in saying, can Chris come in and apologise? I'm like, no, get away from me. You guys are weird as fuck.
And just finally, because obviously you're fighting him on Saturday night, but what would your prediction be for a Chris Wade versus Kane Musa fight?
Fucking hell. Where's that come from? Fucking hell, mate. You've really done some research there, haven't you? I think he gets smoked, mate. That's the only word we can use at this point.
Brilliant, mate. Speak soon and hopefully see you on Saturday.
Take care, Mike.
Jordan.
Hi, Brendan. Jordan Wright from Combat Sports UK here. How much are you looking forward to fighting in the UK again after a 4-year absence?
Oh, insane, mate. It just means the world for me to be back over here and, have my proper coaches, because you only get one cornerman with PFL and you may be flying off one out at your own expense, but to have everybody here, it's just, it's great. And I'm just not used to it now. It's weird having everybody here. It's fantastic.
And do you think Chris is the toughest matchup left in the tournament?
That's a good question. Left in the tournament or originally in the tournament, I'd say, I don't know, man. Don't sleep on Kudo. Kudo is fast. Bubba Jenkins, experienced, great wrestler. All good. All 3 of them guys are good.
And last one from me. Have you got any thoughts on the recent Shane Burgos signing?
Oh, brilliant signing. I've always been a fan of Shane Burgos. Seems like a fucking great fella as well. So I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Brendan.
Thank you.
All right. Chris says he's going to Khabib you. He wants to punish you and he wants to make you tap, even take one of your limbs home. What do you have to say to him about that and the fans?
I mean, what do you even say to that? It's like, cool story, bro. Let's see. Saturday night, what are we on now? Thursday. Yeah, 2 more days.
Awesome. Miriam, please.
Hi, Brendan. We are doing for BBC Sport a bit of an explain a beginner's guide to the PFL. So if an alien landed on planet Earth and you also explained to them what the PFL was, what would you say?
The hardest thing you will ever do in your life. That's what I would say in layman's terms. But I would say, no, it's a coming together of extremely talented martialists from every corner on the earth, and we all get put in this crazy ass format and put it out to the death, pretty much.
Why does it matter to you?
I mean, how would $1 million mean to you? Like $1 million is everything, right? What would a world title mean? I mean, obviously a world title, you really know what that means because you're not in this sport, but a world title for a fighter that's been in it for 16 years is everything, and $1 million, I mean, I don't have to explain how important that is to anyone, do I?
And what does it mean that it's in London as well, specifically?
Amazing. About time PFL came over. I think the timing was right. The brand has grown, my brand has grown, and I think it was a perfect merge of times.
Could you just explain to me, when you're fighting and you're in the cage, what does it feel like when you get that adrenaline and you're at the absolute peak of your performance? What does that feeling feel like?
You know, I explain it to people like this. It's like a lot of people have played Fight Night on the computer when they were growing up, or like these boxing games, and then like when you're playing it, the guy's just in front of you and he's under the lights and he's moving around and he's like that, and you're playing the game. Like that's exactly what a fight's like. Like, oh shit, I'm actually in it now. Like I've just done 8 weeks training, but now this guy's actually moving in front of me. I'm like, shit, all right, well it's on then. And then you take a shot and you're like, oh, that wasn't bad. I thought that was going to hurt a lot more. And then, yeah, your adrenaline's just kicking in, crazy shit happens. You take shots, injuries, but you don't even feel them until about 45 minutes after the bout. So, yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it.
And what do you think this event coming to London will do for MMA in England and in the UK?
Well, just alone now, you have me, you have Michael Vernon Page, you have Anthony Joshua, you have Leon Edwards, all fighting on the same night, all massive stakes. So what a night for UK MMA.
Real. Thanks a lot, Brendan.
Thank you.
One more question, Brendan. What are your thoughts on PFL signing Shane Burgos? He's in your division.
I just answered that, but Shane Burgos seems like a great fighter. I really like him, and I really look forward to meeting him.
Awesome.